Hope you didn't leave. I hope you're all watching the highlights of various games and the World Cup tournaments that were being shown during the break. And it was a long break. But hopefully we'll be back to live cricket very shortly. Almost 3 hours off. And they're all stretching, warming up. Much better weather now. At the moment, 2 wickets went down. Pakistan got a reasonable start in terms of time. Just 36 runs were on the board when they lost their first wicket. That of Abid Ali. Don't just think about that delivery. Think about the deliveries that were bowled before that. 2 short balls to push him back, and then the off stump rocked back. Didn't take long for the second wicket to go down either. The captain, Azhar Ali, LBW to Chris Woakes, sent it upstairs. Didn't find much luck upstairs though. Third umpire was not on his side, neither was the ball and the delivery. Bang, mid stump. 43 for 2 it was at that point. And the 2 wicket takers, Chris Woakes and Jofra Archer. Not very often you'll see Anderson and Broad having bowled the 19 overs between them and zeros on the wickets. That's the situation at the moment though. So 121 for 2 Pakistan. Archer bowled 1 ball before they left the field, so he has to complete this over. Partnership of 78 between these two. Babar Azam has been good.
Interesting field out there, Mikey.
I think I saw something similar to that when the West Indies were playing. Not many fielders in the slip cordon. Lots of fielders on the onside. We are ready for the restart. Bat pad awaits. We'll almost duck before the ball is bowled.
Well, it's a shame the rain came. We saw some good cricket and good opening partnership. All the England bowlers bowled pretty well, and then Babar Azam got to work. Looked good for his 52. England are now, after this break, they've been sitting around in between some pretty good football headers, and what they've been doing, they've come up with a plan to go short to Babar Azam. Only got the 1 slip. The lights are on. Got easy seeing conditions, and they've got Archer, the quickest man for England. Pepper him. The bat pad is, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men on the onside.
goes. Siding against the second run. When Baba Azam plays that shot, it's not really a hook, is it?
It's like a flick. Just like, get away from me. It's actually a well-directed bumper from Archer. Just under that left armpit. Yeah, doesn't look confident playing that shot. It feels like it could go anywhere, but he actually hit it quite well. Interesting to see. I don't think the light's that great out there. And if England want to keep bowling bounces with their fastest bowler, might test the umpires with the light meter too. Similar field now for the left-hander. I wonder if it's a tactic that England don't want to be out there. They want to bowl short, get off the ground. That sounds very strange. It's a good time to bowl. They've had plenty of rest.
Maybe they're hoping to get a wicket in this shady light before the umpires decide to call it off. The lights are on. They have been on most of the day, in fact. Not very bright out there though. Lights or no lights. $122 for 2.
I'm Paul, and I am a nurse educator for a pharmaceutical company. Started with working with Policy Genius to figure out what plan would work for me, and if it was true that I was paying too much. What I was paying, I thought was great for what I was getting, and then once I signed up with Policy Genius, I realized I'm getting more coverage for less. Working with Policy Genius, I saved about 20%. Not only did I save 20%, but I got extra coverage. It just feels like I could take a deep breath and sleep well at night.
It is great. I think the umpires are going to have a word with the England captain and perhaps say to him, if this young man is going to be continuing to bowl and bowl short pitch deliveries like that, we may have to go in.
Well, that's what we were saying that last over. By coming out bowling short like that, it was like they didn't want to be out there. The light is pretty dark. Interesting conversation. Now it's taken out of the players' hands, isn't it? It's up to the umpires now. But if they continue to bowl that short stuff, then he's probably saying to Joe Root, you're going to bowl that, we're going to go off.
Well, the umpires are putting it in the England captain's hands. It's up to you. If you want to stay out, I think you may need to bowl someone that's not as quick, not as dangerous. Well, at the moment, it seems as if Tom Best will be giving the ball.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम। हेलो जी हसन भाई। हाँ आप कहाँ पर हो? हाँ फिर ऐसे करो आ जाओ, मैं आता हूँ। फिर कहाँ पे आओगे? दर्जी दुकान पास आया ना, मैं इधर ही आता हूँ, दर्जी की दुकान पे। ठीक है।
Ball from the James Anderson end. First 5 balls after resumption were bowled from the statement, grand statement, and here comes the light meter. If they do go off, the reading will be taken, of course. He found have to repeat this, and that will be the standard for the rest of the test.
Speaking to David Lloyd earlier, Mike, he was saying against the West Indies around that 6:15 local time was about the time when the bad light would come in. We got now it's 5:50. But I found that really strange tactics from England after sitting around for 3 hours. I know Arch had to finish his over, but I know they wanted to plan against Bubba Azam to maybe go short, but that was so obvious when the light's not great out there. It's a good time to bowl. I found it very strange tactics to do that straight away. Or maybe they thought, well, we might only get an over and let's just try it in an over. I think that alerted the umpires to go straight away to say, if you're going to bowl that stuff, you have to bowl spin or off.
What they could have done is keep the field reasonably normal and just bowl it on short ball, and I don't think that would have attracted the attention of the umpire.
Exactly. It's still a best way, isn't it, Mikey? If you were trying to set someone up with a short ball, the surprise element's always the best.
I would think so. Well, let's have a look at this field. A slip. Bad pad is in place as well in case one spins back in. Here's that man on the point boundary again that we all the cricketers can't understand. It's a modern thing. There he is, all on his lonesome.
Now we talk about it till we go blue in the face, don't we, Mikey, about that deep point. I always found the deep point had two really big things. One, it stopped the single, so it could keep you playing to the same batsman. And two, it became a catching man. You drop one a bit short and just seem to bounce a bit as a spinner. They go back and cut it and hit it straight to that point man. A lot of players have got out like that, but the single was the worst thing. Much rather be hit for a four than a single. There's that single, exactly like that. Now you have to start a new plan to a new batsman, because a plan isn't just a couple of deliveries. A plan takes an over or two to execute it, to set them up, set a particular batsman up the way you want to try and get them out. And then you as a bowler have to be good enough to execute that plan and bowl that delivery at the right time. If they keep rotating the strike, you only get one or two chances at it, and then that tests your patience as a bowler, because you get impatient. I just cannot understand that deep point all the time, especially now they've just come out. They've faced a couple of deliveries.
Not interested. Didn't really straighten. Let's see what Joe is thinking. He's asking. I think they said it didn't spin. So if it didn't spin, perhaps heading down. Won't be sent upstairs. 123 for 2. Certainly didn't hit him too high. It's all a matter of whether it's straight enough. I think I heard someone in the background say it didn't spin.
Pretty handy, Joe Root, as a part-timer, as a top six batsman that can bowl a bit of off-spin. He bowls quite fast. He gets a lot of natural variation, Joe Root. One will spin, one won't. Occasionally he might try and bowl a straight like that, but generally it's these natural variation that can cause an issue because of the pace he bowls. Slide one on and get you nicked at slip too.
Oh, almost got a leg slip in play.
Was that a chance, that carry?
Let's see how this got. Just short, I think. Well, you have to be quick. Got there in the end.
Masood has played pretty well, Mikey. England bowled pretty well with that new ball up front. It wasn't easy with the overhead conditions, a bit of seam, a bit of swing. He got through that. Played the odd good shot. He's rotated the strike pretty well. There's a sense of calmness about him when he played. I think Nasser was doing a third man on him about the way he was playing the defence. I thought it might have been you, Mikey, who was saying about how late he played it. But there was a sense of calmness about him. 124 for 2.
Thing with this situation as it is now, Warnie, we want to get as much cricket as we possibly can get. So the umpires being thoughtful, told the England captain, listen, fast bowlers not really ideal in this light. So he has decided to bowl the 2 spinners. That can create a problem though. The thing is, the England captain can say, okay, I bowl my 2 spinners. It doesn't go well for the next half an hour, 45 minutes, and he's thinking to himself, I don't need this. Let's bring back the fast bowlers and go off.
I was going to say, I reckon they've probably got 3 overs each, maybe 4 for Bess, and then if that nothing works or they don't look threatening, expect Archer to come back on with a couple of short stuff and they'll get off the pitch, I reckon.
Yep. So that puts everything in England's camp. They can decide how the game goes.
Nice, Messi. Good, mate.
That's why what we were talking about earlier, when they first came out to start play, about how weird it was to see Archer come in straight away and bowl that short stuff when the light was bad. Strange tactics.
Or run there. Shan Masood just might be getting a bit anxious to move on to his half century. He's on 45 at the moment.
I like that last delivery from Bess. I've been watching Bess bowl, Mikey. It looks like he's bowling not to bowl and not to make a mistake. He looks like he's just trying to bowl to try and stay on. It looks like he's trying to bowl the same ball most of the time. He doesn't look like he bowls faster uncutters or slower and wider. I think once he feels confident in his spot in the side, that he might be able to elaborate his repertoire a bit more. That's a nice delivery. It just looks like he doesn't want to bowl a bad ball, so he sort of bowls a similar ball all the time. It's got nice shape on the delivery. It's a nice little bit of dip.
125 for 2. Quite a bit of indecision going on there between those two, Babar Azam and Shan Masood. Not too sure where the singles are.
Just go back to Dom Bess for a second, Mikey. When he was a young spinner, he's only 23 years of age and he's trying to make his way in this side. As any young spinner comes in, you just want to do a good job. You don't want to bowl any bad stuff. You don't want to make a mistake. You want the captain to have confidence in you, to be able to bowl. So it looks like to me, watching Bess bowl, he's bowling safe. He's bowling nice. He's not giving you the full repertoire just yet because he's just bowling not to make a mistake. I think if he gets his confidence up, then you might see a bit more of his armoury, a bit more of the tricks,
No.
a bit more wide of the crease, a bit more slower stuff, a bit more wider stuff, more around the wicket, a bit more. At the moment, he's just trying not to make a mistake and just do a good job and do his role at the side. And he's doing okay when he's been called upon.
Finally the single. Found the gap on that occasion. 126 for 2.
Cricket crash.
What happened?
First cricket season away from home.
That's tough.
Every day I see huge crowds high-fiving every dunk, every home run. But the one time I see the fans I want to see, I feel stumped.
I understand. Let's file a claim so you can get back to watching the game.
The game.
So, let's open the State Farm app and get started.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Downtown Manchester. Best continues. Not afraid to use his feet, Baba Azam. We have seen that before. Oh, missed. Missed stumping. Could have been the second time now that Shan Masood would have been dismissed.
Good delivery and spun too. Look at the bounce. It hit Joss Butler in the shoulder. Means he's getting some good revs on the ball. Look at that dip. That's what did him, the dip and the bounce. Did Joss Butler too. That's a big...
हेलो। हाँ खैर, एहसन कहाँ पर है? गली में खड़ा है। उसका नंबर कौन सा है? चलो मैं कॉल करता हूँ उसको।